action. Get in the action. Get in the action. Get in the
Hey yo, man, what it do, man? It's your brother iTunes Bride, J Nicole.
Yeah,
A1
yeah.
Live back in the place to be. J Nicole, what it do?
Man, what's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be here like I am every Wednesday. I've been having a great week. What about you, Atun?
I'm good. I just been dreaming about that Nanco Aero flying car. And, kind of picture myself, flying above this traffic.
Fly freedom,
Uh,
baby.
yeah, every time I get stuck in traffic, I think about them flying cars.
Look, I swear to God, A1 Live is going to be on the scene when it goes in the air the first time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And man, we got a lot coming up for the community in November, so we are excited about that to start pushing it. But you know how we started every week, time to get into the hot topic.
Yeah. Man, so this week, you guys, on our hot topic, I mean, we had no choice but to talk about it because everybody out there is talking about, our boy Dave Chappelle.
The goat, the
The
goat.
GOAT, the GOAT with his new Netflix special, The Closer. Everybody has something good to say or something bad to say about it. I don't have an opinion about it. I think comedy is comedy, but it's been a little confusion out there with some of the statements that he made. I won't say what he said because you guys need to go and check it out yourself.
For sure.
But there's been a lot of confusion where we've even had Netflix employees planning a walkout. There has been an employee that's been suspended because that employee wanted to state their opinions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hold on. I mean, you got to make sure you clarify that because the employee was not suspended for stating their opinion. They tried to bum rush a board meeting with executives and stuff like that. So it's like, oh yeah, nah, you can have an opinion, but yeah, you can't just bum rush no board meeting, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, can you imagine the board members just sitting in there doing their whatever it is they're doing, running Netflix, and somebody just barges in there with they
Yeah.
bull crap?
Yeah, man, get your butt out of here. It was interesting. I was watching the clip the other day with Kevin Hart talking and just saying like why Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. And just saying like how he's standing up for comedy and comedians all across the globe, like in the time to where we live in such a global PC culture. He's
Mhm.
like the one that is at his level that is breaking through and still being him, giving his messages. And, with Dave Chappelle, it's all types of messages and things incorporated within his comedy that he just kind of drops you off at certain points along the way. Uh, but, just hearing Kevin Hart acknowledge him as the GOAT for standing up for comedy. That just speaks volumes because a lot of people would say Kevin Hart is that dude, but
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is like, yeah, nah, Chappelle is that guy.
Yeah, Chappelle is definitely leading the way. He learned from a lot of others. But what I would say about Dave Chappelle is that he's been the GOAT for many, 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 many years. He took a stand. Didn't he take a stand with the whole he when he went on hiatus for a whole long time?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. And then I mean he killed it because Dave Chappelle is loved by the people, and so
Mhm.
I think that that's a lesson when you make yourself a man or woman of the people will always love you and people will always carry you because during that time where he was out of the main public spotlight, people were still going crazy on these secret shows and all these
Yeah.
other things that he would do, or he would just show up at random comedy spots, like not even getting paid, but just
Yeah, you're
being,
right.
what I'm saying, the legend he was. And I think that that's part of the reason that people love him, man.
Right. Well, I know one thing. I'm a
But
fan, and I always will be.
oh yeah, but yeah, they was trying to get trying to get Netflix to cancel it. I heard about some I can't remember the name of a black group, some justice group, and everybody was trying to
Yeah.
figure out like who are these Negroes? I had to Google them because it's like, man, y'all standing up trying to get our boy Dave out of here on some bull job, but None
But
of us
there
would.
have been a lot of people in the LGBT community that have also been in support of him, especially other comedians, because they like he has a right to joke. He
Oh
has a
yeah.
right. Nobody can in America. We're supposed to have the freedom of speech. I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me. But yeah, I'm ready to move on because Dave Chappelle is the goat. Always will be. Let's head on over to community action news.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, it's your brother Tim Rock Community Action News, where we just keep you going on what's going on, informed, and you would have had to been under a rock for these past 2 weeks if you have not heard about Greg Abbott's open defiance to the vaccine mandates, and how there are businesses and entities that are already stepping up in direct defiance of the governor. And so what we got to do is we want to play quickly from one of our correspondents out in Austin. All right.
Executive order from Governor Greg Abbott bans COVID-19 vaccine mandates by any entity in Texas. And the governor's added this to the special session call for lawmakers to write new state laws about vaccine mandates. KVU's Daranisha Heron is live in our newsroom tonight. And Daranisha, there's been some confusion over how this is all going to work because of federal rules.
Quita, we know just last month, President Joe Biden announced plans for businesses with more than 100 employees to require COVID-19 vaccines or testing. The Labor Department is still working on formal rules, but Governor Greg Abbott's new order goes directly against the president's plan. I spoke with political science professor Mark Jones from Rice University. He says the governor's allowed to implement this order under the Texas Disaster Act. And Jones says that the governor's new order is an extension of a previous one that banned vaccine mandates from government entities and school districts. But some businesses have already started requiring the shots. So Jones says the courts may get involved.
Now you find yourself essentially caught between two principal actors. The Biden administration that says you have to require the vaccination mandate, and Governor Abbott, who says you cannot require a vaccination mandate.
Governor Abbott also called on the legislature to pass a law with a similar effect. But the third special session will be coming to an end next week. So Jones says they most likely won't have time. He says in the end, the federal government typically wins. But it's a big question if the state would enforce any federal rule.
Baby.
Yeah, man. It's heating up here in Texas because like I said, I wasn't surprised when he said that state entities wouldn't be able to require mandates because it's Texas. It's that, but I expected that. But when he said private entities, that was the most surprising thing to me. Just from Texas being this business friendly,
Yeah.
everybody chews on, and so I get him saying that companies can't mandate it, but then I don't get him saying that companies can't come up with their own policies. And once again, we've already seen big companies like Southwest, who's based here in Texas, because they fall under federal regulation, saying that they are going to continue with their mandates. And along with us having, one of the busiest medical centers within the country. So I mean, obviously, more entities would require the vaccine mandates, and so it's going to be interesting watching this play out. This has been a week by week thing, and so we will continue to monitor this to see how it goes. All right, so moving on, man. Jay Nicole, I got to ask you, man.
What's
When,
up,
when,
brother?
when I say the name Art Alcevedo, what comes to mind?
Police chief of Houston.
Mm,
That's
mm.
the first thing that comes to mind.
Right. So the quote unquote beloved ex police chief of Houston left in, I believe, April to go ahead
Hmm.
and take a job in Miami as their police chief.
Right.
Well, after only 6 months on the job, this brother has been fired. Well,
Oh
well,
no.
should I say he has been suspended with the intent to terminate. His 6 months within Miami has been pretty tumultuous with him firing some people, and then I believe he also alluded to the police department being run by the Cuban mafia, which which has not made a lot of people happy. So, some people may be wondering why we talking about things that's going on in Miami, but it just kind of relates because a lot of community advocates within Houston and Austin, where he previously came from, had
Hmm.
issues with him and how he ran his ship, and so it's just interesting over comedic timing that after 6 months he ain't got no job like Craig.
It's crazy because, it seemed like everybody in Houston loves you, Art Acevedo. It seemed that way, so.
Well, I mean, they even loved him in Miami. Like when they hired him, the mayor called him the Michael Jordan of police chiefs. Well,
he,
he must have been talking about the Washington Wizards, Michael Jordan, because he
I,
wasn't talking about he was not talking about Chicago.
I,
Uh,
I guess, they don't want the real law. They want their own law. So
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely,
he
absolutely.
wanted some palm trees and stuff, but you see what you get when you go over there. Come on back to the good side, okay?
Facts. Well, man, it's your brother Atum Rock, Jay Nicole,
Yeah.
Community Action News. We are excited because we do have a special guest in the building. You know, man. So, what time is it for us to roll into?
It's time for us to head into our hashtag Market Black Business feature of the week.
Yeah. And oh man.
Yeah.
Hey man, so every week, we always bring y'all, a different member of the family, a different brother or sister that we know is out here in the community, within the streets, out here putting in this work. And this week, is another special week. You know, where we're blessed, we're honored, we're privileged to bring in my brother, all around great guy, one of the coolest guys in the city, Dr. Doug Franklin. What's going on, my brother?
Yeah.
Um, Family, how you guys doing today?
Oh man, we blessed. We
Wonderful.
blessed. We blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and just so everybody knows, I too cannot wait to be on them flying cars. That's just gonna be great.
Hey,
Shout out to Nanco.
it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. So, man, this is your first time on the platform. Why don't you just give a brief introduction to yourself, let the people know, who you are and what you represent.
Absolutely. So I am Doug Franklin. People love to call me Dr. Doug. It's because of some of the things that I do in the community and my love for education. And we got to talk about the business first, and then I'll bring it all the way back to full Dr. Doug. But I love talking about what I do with Deck Launch and Fresh Tech Solutions. So with Deck Launch, we help you build pitch decks for your ideas. If you want to be the next Uber, if you want to be the next Facebook, even this is the way that you can do it. And we really try to make sure that we help you from the beginning to the end to build a pitch deck that can allow you to get a little bit of money, whether it be for pitch competitions, whether it be for investors, or from joining accelerators. We actually did work with Nanco, which was cool. Fresh Tech Solutions, we build apps, but we also build affordable apps. Most apps are 50,000 or more. We can build all those, but we also have a system that is there for your businesses, the restaurants, the churches of the world that may not have all the financial resources, but want to have something in the app store. We could do that. And I say all that because I really love the community. We work deeply in our community, whether it be the schools that we volunteer with or just our entire target market and the organizations we work with. And a lot of that comes from me being a proud professor of the Doctor of Ethical Leadership program at University of St. Thomas. So it's all about diversity, it's all about social justice, it's all about just including everybody because we deserve it.
Man, it's cold, man. We need some sound clips, man. I need some bombs dropping, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Doug, you know what I'm saying?
You
Dropping
gotta
the
give me the
best
horn.
bombs.
Bim, 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 bim. I need the horn.
Yeah, we need it all. So, Dr. Doug, with the hashtag Market Black Movement, we believe in uplifting small Black businesses. So, you mentioned that your company Deck Launch does the pitch decks. Can you sort of explain to everybody exactly what a pitch deck is and why it's so important for a small business to have one?
Absolutely. So what a pitch deck is a document that explains your entire business in a way that you can hand it to a fifth grader and they can have a general idea of what you're doing. So what we used to do is write business plans, and we wrote lots of business plans, and they were 50 pages, 100 pages, 150 pages. And at some point, a wise man realized that you could also explain to everybody in these pitch decks. So we do pitch decks for 10 to 12 slides where it tells everything about your story and what the aim of the pitch deck is. Most of our stuff happens to be with people who aspire to be the next startup, but we could do anything. We started doing some things for nonprofits, real estate. We're doing pitch decks for everything, and you may need a pitch deck for everything. And that's why even if you're asking the question right now, do I need a pitch deck for X, Y, or Z? The answer is yes. And that's when you go and get the and that's when we really encourage you to get the discovery call, so we can tell you, yes, this is why you need a pitch deck and this is what we can do. And just so you know, all of the decisions that we make for our clients are on the client by client basis. You're not going to get something that's just put in a box. We love doing everything custom. It's just something we love. We really want to make the client happy, and we want to make the client original from everybody. You got to be distinct.
Piece of that, man. Piece of that. And I know that your company serves all types of individuals, all type of consumers and clients. But one of the things, and how we met was, you choosing to directly help and serve a lot of underrepresented businesses like Black businesses and things like that. What is it that is within yourself that makes you want to still continue to try to reach back in order to help develop Black businesses coming up?
Well, I mean, the answer is real easy. Is all the statistics you see on everything that happens in our community. Everybody, well, most people in our community are very aware of the wage gap. But what do you know about accessing loans? Like the number of us that won't even apply for business loans is higher than the amount of loans we actually get. We don't always have the mentorship in our community, or it's there and we are so fragmented in our community that we need to bring it together, which is probably a whole nother show. But those are the major things. Is like we don't and this is also in research, so I get to put my Dr. Doug hat on. It's It's the money, it's the support, and then it's just being able to access the resources that nobody has. So if my community does not have the resources, then I am responsible for doing something in my community to make a difference. And that's why we work with the Urban League, just passionately. That's why we have interns at high schools and HBCUs in the community and even outside of the state. We try to recruit a diverse staff. We love diversity and inclusion, but we do prioritize looking out for people who otherwise wouldn't receive those opportunities. It's all about building the community, and people do that. And I mean, and it's okay. Right. It would be one thing we weren't looking for opportunities for businesses and interns and employees that aren't capable. It's that they're very capable and they get overlooked over and over again. And I won't have that on my watch if I have a business.
Hey man, piece
I
of
know
that,
that's
piece of
right.
that, piece of that, man. Man, Dr. Doug, man. Last question. I know you got a lot of irons in the fire. I know, you know, what I'm saying you can't talk about it, all the deals you got in the works, but you know, within the next 5 years, where do you see your company growing to?
So it's really cool to see what's happening right now. We went from being the guys who make pitch decks and write business plans to providing a full service shop. I mean, we have apps, we have project management, we have a little bit of marketing and branding. Um, we're starting to include like even heavier research than we already do for our pitch decks. And what that makes us is pretty much a de facto incubator, especially because we just have everything. And that's ultimately what I hope we could be is part of this greater Houston and national and global ecosystem, because we are, in my mind, one of the next hotbeds for tech. But I want to get blacks in tech faster than the boys in Atlanta, because I know there's a bunch of people that are killing it out there. But I want to make sure that we too are a place that is getting those people in and getting our people in, and that's it. Like, this is always going to be part of my vision
Peace.
and mission.
Hey man, that's why you're a real one, man, and that's
That's
why you
awesome.
know what I'm saying I'm proud that you know what I'm saying you always my brother, you know what I'm saying 10 toes deep, man, and I
Appreciate it.
appreciate you, man. So I know that people are gonna watch this back and they're gonna want to know how can I get in contact with Dr. Doug and Deck Lunch? How can they do so? How can they reach out to you?
The easiest way. So if you're a sucker for social media, we I have all the Instagrams, so you can just get onto Deck Launch and you can send me a DM. I promise I'll answer. Also, you can always go to the website, and then if you don't want to go to the website, you want to email me directly. It's info@decklaunch.com. That's info@decklaunch.com. But go ahead, and if you have a pitch deck, I highly recommend you come by and check out the site. We just started doing pitch deck audits. Um, Top right hand corner, click that button and use the code validation, and you will get $100 off your pitch deck audit. And
Oh man, y'all giving
I'm
discounts too?
Hey,
I'm
hey,
look, I'm telling y'all, like, this is a hookup, because we're talking about something uh that we do all day in our sleep, and we're gonna give you a whole bunch of details that you otherwise wouldn't receive. And so, just want to help y'all out. Holla at us.
hey, man,
All
hey,
right.
man. Well, man, I
I'm
salute you. I'll go ahead, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
definitely. Oh no, 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 no. I was just gonna say, I'm so glad you took the time to come out and speak to us today, because I think everybody out here needs to know about Deck Launch and Fresh Tech and all the cool things that you do. So I appreciate you, and I always like to be in the presence of greatness, and you are definitely great. So
Thank
Hey, well,
thank
yes,
y'all.
sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, we appreciate you for coming out today, brother. Just know you're welcome back anytime. You know what I'm saying? You already know we hit you on the telly, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Well,
let me know.
man,
Anytime I
hey,
can be on here, it's an honor.
hey, man, well, I appreciate you. Dr. Doug Franklin of Deck Launch and Fresh Tech. So we salute you, my brother. Keep doing the work, man.
Thank you.
All right, man. Peace,
and,
peace, peace.
Peace,
and you
y'all.
guys stay tuned for our next segment, support Black media, coming from a filmmaker at Deal Breaker Studios.
Mm. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's this clip we got queued up
Man,
for today?
this clip is called The Do's and Don'ts of Dating. So, for all you guys who are single, and you guys are going down that road trying to find the love of your life, it's some things you should do and some things you shouldn't. Maybe this film can help you out.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm retired, so you know, but it is still good to know what's going on in the game. So I know that it's gonna be going down. So yeah, get a name for it again.
It is The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, coming to you from Deal Breaker Studios. Follow them
Okay,
on IG.
okay. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get that queued up.
Sarah keeps blowing up my phone, every few hours. She won't leave me alone.
Rule number one. When dealing with a mature, financially stable woman, it's better to be upfront with them.
You give me love.
You think we should buy them drinks or something?
Nah, we don't want to come off like we some tricks. Remember, where you start is where you finish. We're going to wait till after the show. Then we're going to put our bid in.
Man, look, the way you be talking, I know you watching Max Julian from The Max.
All night long, get around and around and around.
All right, well, tell me this. How come you didn't just ask for her number?
Rule number two. Never ask a woman for their number. I mean, even if they're interested, they give it to them like it's like ego boost or something.
Your mind and your soul's what matters.
Oh, wait.
Right there. But lead them heels on, my favorite pair. What you wanna do tonight? Sit back, relax, and speak.
Does it taste like me? Oh, it's cute that you know you brought your man cookies or whatever. Oh, this is my friend. He's not my man. Yeah. Oh, I know he's not your man. What? Because that's her man.
Right for you.
I can't believe I jeopardized being with someone that I actually wanted for someone that I had no intentions on being with.
So you see, I had to sort through his thoughts. That was just one of my chores as his queen. I had to dust off his past and polish up his present so that our future would start out clean.
Yo, who car's in the driveway?
It's really none of your business.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Do you think that you might love this young woman?
I know I do.
Go after her.
Hey. That one look good. That one look good.
It does.
Hey man, I gotta give a shout out again to my big homie Rock, man. Big homie Rock out here doing this thing, man. Every time I turn around, I see him. I love that. But hey, man, you know, like I said, I'm retired, man. What are the do's and don'ts, say Nicole, man? But you know.
I mean, I think one of the do's is always be truthful.
yeah, brother, do be tripping.
What are the don'ts? I don't know. That's up to interpretation.
Well, you know, I've been seeing everybody debate about should you split the bill or not on the first date.
You know, that has been a thing about going Dutch. You know, to each his own. I think if you taking me out on the first date, you paying for me. I'm sorry.
So yeah, y'all already know. Look, we just said it. Don't come DM and J Nicole with that BS, man.
Don't come at me with no BS. But at the same time, though, it's okay for a lady to treat her guy also.
Oh yeah,
it's nothing wrong with that. It should be a two-way street either way it goes.
Yeah, no, factuals. And at the end of the day, I think that you just got to be with somebody that has a mature mind, that you realize it's not about splitting the bills or anything like that. It's about building the empire together.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's what you do. You know what I mean? But, man, J. Nicole, man, another week up, another week down. But before I end it real quick, what can they do to support Black media?
Man, what you need to do is go online to moderntexasmedia.com/live and purchase a Support Black Media t-shirt, because a portion of those proceeds will be going to support Black media. So go online. I'm going to tell you the website one more time. moderntexasmedia.com/live. Use the code #A1Live21 to get a 20% discount, because y'all know y'all like discounts. So do I. So go ahead and make a purchase and support your local Black media.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another way that you can support Black media is by going to moderntexasmedia.com. If you are a business out there, we want to hear from you. We want to know what you have going on, and we have partnered in order to try to bring some resources to our area. So go ahead and go to our website It's a brief survey that will only take like 10 minutes for you to go ahead and fill it out, help us know how can we help you get to where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Help inform decisions that will impact the future for for-profit small businesses just like yours. It's a quick survey. It's not invasive, but you know what I'm saying? We're trying to leverage this data in order to bring resources to our community. So visit moderntexasmedia.com and get down with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, Jay Nicole, man, I appreciate you. Another dope week. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all get out there, stay active, stay in the action. And Jay Nicole, how we leave them every week?
Get in the action, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the action.